Get your pens and paper out because today we're buying a house together in Riverview, Florida, and I'm going to teach you how to buy a house for your best interest, for your best deal, for your everything in this market. So every time I do a video of how to buy a house or how to sell a house, I'm doing it in the market we're in. So right now, we're in a very heavy inventory market, especially in Riverview. Now, this is for Riverview, Ruskin, Apollo Beach, Brandon, Valrico, Lithia, the surrounding areas, right? To get you the best deal in this market where it's inventory heavy, not a lot of buyers, okay? So how I start every video with buyers, get your pre-approval. We're making sure that's already done. So now you have a pre-approval, okay? You're done. You're ready to look at homes. This is what I want you to start doing. Get a pad, and I want you to write A, B, and C on it. And we're going to call this ABC Homes, and it's going to make things a lot easier for you. So let's just say you know that you're saying, I really want to find a 4-bedroom, 2-bed house. And let's just say, for instance, it doesn't have to have a pool or anything else. We're just, in this video, making it easy that you're saying, I just need a 4-bedroom, 2-bed home. I'm looking in the Riverview area. It's got to be close to 75 so I can jump on there for work. I'm looking to spend anywhere from $350,000 to $400,000. Okay, perfect. So now we go in there and we see that there's 400 properties for sale, right? There's a lot of inventory of what you're looking for. So how do we get the best deal for you in this market? Well, first and foremost, let me backtrack. You want to make sure that the agent that's representing you does not have a limitation of how many homes that you can see. Believe it or not, this happens a lot. You just don't know of it. Of agents saying, if they don't make an offer by the 5th house or the 10th house, this is ridiculous. There should never be a limitation of how many homes that you want to see as a buyer. If you want to look at 100 homes, look at 100 homes. Who cares, right? Our job is to make sure that you get the best deal, that you are happy with what you buy, that a year or 2 or 3 down the road, you didn't regret your purchase. Okay, so with that being said, I'm your agent, let's say. I look at all these homes. There's so many homes. What we're doing is this. We're taking the house and we're putting in ABC. Now, C means, okay, we looked at 1, 2, 3, whatever street. I would never live in this house. I don't care if I got it for free. I don't like it. Maybe I don't like the area it's in, or it's far away from this, or the house is in a horrible condition, whatever the case may be. You put that in the C. And the C means, I don't care if I got it for free. I don't want the house. All right, cool. Now, what's the B and the A? The B is, it's a cool house. I like it. If they sold it to somebody else, I wouldn't be heartbroken. But if I could get a good deal on it, I would buy it. Okay, so we put that in the B. And then the A is house of my dreams. I love this house. So what we want to do is when we find a B home, let's just say it's $400,000. We go to them and we say, we're going to offer you $350,000 and we want 3% back towards closing costs. What does that mean? By now, you should know when you're buying a house, there's a couple of different things that you need to do. You need to put money down on the house in general. So like if you're doing a conventional loan, a minimum of 3% up to whatever you want. FHA is 3.5%. If it's VA, obviously you can put 0 down, right? But you need money to either put down the loan. You also need money for escrow, which could be anywhere from 1% to 5%, depending on how we're negotiating the deal. And if the house has multiple offers, whatnot, we'll get to that. You need money for closing costs. Closing costs are like the fees that come with buying a house with a mortgage, okay? So when you're buying a house with a mortgage, let's just say your closing costs are roughly 3%. So if I'm buying a $400,000 house, the down payment goes towards principal. The escrow, which is like your good faith deposit, goes towards your down payment or whatever else. The fees of closing costs are like washed away nonsense fees. They don't come off the principal or anything. It's the cost to buy a house with a mortgage, let's say. And then, of course, there's home inspection and all that, which we'll get to. But in this market, I don't want to pay those closing costs. I want my seller to pay those closing costs. And that's what we're going to negotiate on every deal. We're going to tell the seller, hey, if you're going to take our offer, you're paying my closing costs. And this is where the B homes come in, because the B homes is the ones that we're going to be really, really, really like trying to get the sickest deal ever. And if we don't get it, we don't get it, right? So $400,000 house, maybe we offer $350,000 and we want 3% towards closing costs. Now, if they say yes, well, you can decide to buy that house or not at that point. But if they say, I'll renegotiate with you, It's your choice to say, all right, I'll work with it, or I'll walk away from the deal. Or maybe they say no and they say, I'll never take your offer. Hey, either three can happen. So we do that. Now it's your dream house. I want this house. Okay. We're still going to make an offer that benefits you, but you're scared I don't want to lose the house. No problem, right? We have to figure out how many days has that house been on the market. So for instance, if a house just came on the market like that day and we're looking at it for the first time and it's your dream home, well, there might be a lot more interest in it because it's brand new. But if that house has been on the market for 30, 40, 50 days, even though that's still not a lot of time, that means though it's not on the contract, there might be offers, but they're not good to the seller. So we'll come in depending on days on market. So let's just say it's first day on the market. Well, we might give a stronger offer because we want to tie it up because we're scared of other people because it's your A home, it's your dream home. Dream home, not tree home. And if it's been on the market for a long time, maybe we say, look, I know you want $400,000. I'll tell you what, we'll give you $390,000. Most important, we want that 3% towards closing costs, which again, we want the seller to contribute to our closing cost. Once we get an offer accepted and you're super excited, yeah, I got it. Okay, now starts a 30-day, it's going to move fast for you. The seller is going to be bored because they don't really have much to do. But for the buyer, this is what happens. You're in contract. You have X amount of days, usually 3 calendar days, to deposit escrow to the title company. Title company is the neutral company that represents the deal, that doesn't work for the seller nor the buyer. They're chosen by one. It depends what county you're in. But in Hillsborough County, seller 99% of the time chooses title and pays title fees and all that. That's for another video. But I should say in owner insurance fees. But buyer's going to deposit money in escrow. So let's say it's $400,000 house. You deposit $4,000. Okay. Now you have X amount of times, which was negotiated in the contract, to do your inspections. So let me stop real quick so no one gets confused. Hey, Kerin, I got my pre-approval. Let's look for homes. I don't like this house. Let's negotiate this house. I love this house. We put an offer. One of them gets accepted. Yay! I'm under contract. Okay. Next thing. I'm so excited. What do I do? Okay. We have the contract. We send it off to the bank. We send it off to the title. Let them get working. We deposit our money in escrow. Now, buyer sits back and goes, okay, what do I do now? Perfect. The bank's going to start asking you for different paperwork and all that stuff. That's between you and the bank. Make sure you have everything in order for them. But your job right now, and with me, is we're going to make sure we do our inspections on the house. Let's just say we have 7 days. In those 7 days, we can do any inspection we want. We're going to do an inspection with an actual home inspection with an inspector. We're going to do an insurance inspection if need be. We're going to inspect the neighborhood. We're going to drive around, make sure that there's no traffic. You don't know. Maybe you have traffic going to work in the morning. You didn't know, right? Maybe knock on neighbors' doors, ask what they like and don't like about the neighborhood, depending if it's HOA and non-HOA. And we're going to do our due diligence. At the end of that time frame, we are going to go back to that seller and say 3 things. Either the house and everything was perfect, we're moving forward. B, there were some things that we need to renegotiate, whether it's this was damaged, this, whatever the case may be, we need to renegotiate. Or C, you know what? I cannot buy this house. Yes, you have the soulful decision to back out within that time frame. It says in the contract. You can say, I don't want this house. I'm sorry. I'm going to withdraw my offer and walk away. You have that right within the contract, okay? So let's say you're moving forward. All right, yeah, I'm moving forward. This is your time and the bank's time to get all your stuff going on. The bank's going to go over everything with you, with your mortgage rates, your payments, all that stuff. As we get closer, the bank's going to hire an appraiser to go there and make sure that the value's there and just to check up on little things, maybe chipped paint and some things like that. Nothing major, not like the inspection. If they come back and the value's good, awesome. If they come back, let's say for instance, $400,000 and they come in at $375,000, you are not forced to overpay for the house and the seller's not forced to sell it for less money. So what happens is you can renegotiate. You can say, I want it for this much. If you don't want it, I'll walk away. The seller can come down, or you can overpay, come out of pocket. It's up to you guys. No one's forced to do whatever. It's a renegotiation. But let's just say for the video, the inspection goes through. Awesome. That's pretty much it. You're at the finish line, right? Again, you're doing a lot of stuff with the bank. We'll do our final walkthrough. We'll make sure nothing was damaged and whatnot. And then boom, you go to the closing table, you buy a house. It's really not that complicated. But with these videos, I'm going to be doing videos every step of the way for you to buy a house in the Riverview area. So I might go to some homes, do inspections while I'm there, appraisals, walk around, tell you what I'm, show you exactly what I mean. So just keep following so you guys can understand how to buy a house. Don't worry about it, sellers. I got you too. I'm going to show you how to sell a house in the Riverview area, how to sell a house in this market. And then when the market changes, and let's say it's a crazy seller's market, I'll redo these videos as well. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Keep following me. I love doing these videos, and I'll talk to you soon.